Hello to all my friends out there. I hope everyone is doing okay out there. Well, it's very, very hot here. It's still hot. Finally, I turned the air on. I heard that one of the best defenses against the corona variant was to let yourself be very hot to kind of make your body like in a fever. So like I was hot all day and I go, well, my body is fighting the COVID, the variant. That's just one thing I heard. But finally I go, okay, enough is enough. It's like, what is it, like 10 o'clock and it's still hot here? So you guys may remember, I got this candle at Walmart. It smells really good, like butterscotch. And I just took a wrapping paper bag and I pasted some decals on it. And it looks really cute, so let's see if it will light. Uh-oh. It smells really good. What happened was I burned it down. Well, anyway, you'll just have to take my word for it. I hope everyone is doing okay. So last week on Thursday, I ordered the HelloFresh, and I've been really satisfied with it. And one of you followers ordered one and got $100 off, and I got 10 bucks off on my next box. So I was very excited, and I hope you like it. But even if you don't want to order the HelloFresh, we can all still benefit from it. And so I've been eating mine down. And I had the 2 pork meals. My son had the ground beef and the ground chicken, and he said the ground beef was really good. And then I bought roast today, thinking that would be several meals, but I gave those to my son, and he's going to barbecue those. So I have food in my freezer that I'm eating down. I still have the pork tenderloin, and the recipe they gave sounds really, really good. And so they give you recipe cards. So what I did is I copied the carrots and the potatoes, because what I like is the meals are really, really easy. So why do we instruct you to slice the carrots on a diagonal in step 17? The knife technique, called the bias cut, maximizes surface area so the caramels get extra caramelized in the oven. Another bonus, the presentation. We love the look of those angled slices. They look pretty good. Then, so here's the carrots. So, if you have carrots, so I had 1 carrot left, they gave us 5 carrots. And I have used everything up too. What I like is no wasting. I think your money goes further. Let's see if I can find the bag. Here it is. So, I still have the pork tenderloin. I have some grated carrots left, so I had some tonight. I have a little bit of green onions. I had 2 packages of these. And so I cut the tips off and planted them out in the yard. I have some, what is this? White wine vinegar. This is nice. I try to eat as much vinegar. I have a mayonnaise package. And I have a piece of ginger. So by Thursday, I should be pretty much, done with it, except for the pork tenderloin. I'll eat that whenever I get around to it. So I'm also eating the freezer down. So I had some sausages, some Polish sausages. Now these were $2. I used half, so it would have been $1, but these are $2.50. So there's been a 50-cent increase, but they're still pretty reasonable. Well, let me show you. When I was doing the craft sales, I made this. This is just a barrette. So I just drizzled the sausages, the potatoes, and carrots with oil and baked 350. for like a really easy meal. Today I felt the fatigue from the swap meet Sunday. So the swap meet was successful because I got rid of all the eBay clothes that didn't sell. So I never want to sell clothes on eBay because they're too bulky, and again, I tried it, and ow. But at least by buying those clothes very, very cheap, when, you know, I wanted to get rid of them, it was very easy to get rid of them. And what I did is I bought the clothes for $1 each, and I hand-picked the clothes. So I'll put the potatoes on one side and my carrots cut on the diagonal and the other side. And I sold them for $1 each, and I got them out of the house, and it sure does feel nice. And then the carrots, the HelloFresh carrots were good. So it looks like from one week to the next, all the food is being eaten. So what I learned was they had portions of potatoes. When you have small potatoes, it's 2.5 of those 2 small potatoes for one person. So learning the portion size, and so here it is. Oops. So this is a very cheap meal. And what I like about this is you can reproduce this. I have some tasty iced tea. It's the best when it's left over. And what I like to eat with this is barbecue sauce and ketchup. And then I made a little salad. So all it is lettuce, tomatoes, green onions, and carrots. And I will probably eat that tomorrow afternoon. Today, this afternoon, I had a beef burrito that I made for my son, and I had one too, which was just roast beef, hamburger with tomato sauce, and I put some cilantro and some cheese and just rolled it up in a wheat tortilla, and that was really, really good. And this is a good enough dinner, but what is really going to make this dinner is that I made this bread today. So what I did, the homemade bread is really going to round out. I'm going to be, here it is, I just made this. It's a really good roll. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to try using Mexican crema instead of the egg. And I wanted to reduce, I really liked the recipe I had, but I wanted to reduce the sugar, which I did by about half, and reduce the butter by half, and use the Mexican crema. And this bread is so delicious. I'm going to give you a recipe in 1 second. So what I want to do is I want to make bread, because then, say if you have, so this is a pretty cheap meal in the first place, but this homemade bread is a whole different ballgame here. All right, let me give you the bread recipe. Here it is. So this was for raisin bread. So I just reduced the butter, reduced the sugar, and used 1/4 cup Mexican crema instead of the egg. And then what I did is I added the flour little by little by little. I scalded the milk, and then I added the milk in. You know, first of all I had the water and 1 tablespoon of the sugar, and then I added the yeast, and then I scalded the milk, and to the milk I added the butter, 1 tablespoon sugar, salt, and it calls for, where is that? It calls for a 1/4 cup butter. So I just added 2 tablespoons of butter, and then instead of the beaten egg, I added a 1/4 cup Mexican crema. And that is giving me a very, very delicious bread. Okay, now, what I've been doing is, I want to show you the Mexican crema. Here is what it looks like. But it could be any kind of sour cream. And what I've been doing is buying fruit, you know, when I find good fruit, and freezing it, because I don't eat that much fruit. And then I make little fruit salads and I eat those. I also have some ice cream in there. Okay, so now I'm like a lot of you. I have been watching these missions going to space. And they're very enjoyable too. So first we had the Englishman, Sir Richard Branson, Virgin Galactic. Okay, he is knighted. He is a Sir Richard Branson, but he's been a knight for a long time, since 2000. And I guess this was bestowed upon him by the Queen. So the British were the first. Okay, so why was he made a knight? For services to entrepreneurship, retail, music, transport, air, land, and space, a taste for adventure, that's obvious, humanitarian work. And so, you know, it was nothing but impressive, and the rocket was very impressive too. And so it was very exciting. And then 2 days later, we have Jeff Bezos, the American, Blue Origin, and the crew was kind of similar. Virgin Galactic had 2 women. Jeff Bezos had 1 older woman, but women were on the space things. So I really loved Sir Richard Branson's rocket, because it was like a big jet. But then I really loved Jeff Bezos' rocket, because it just blasted up to space and back. It was very exciting. And it was like really kind of like what you would expect a rocket to be like. And so it's very exciting. So I was watching that all day long, and I'll be watching it a couple more times. It's very enjoyable. I get airsick. You know, I used to travel a lot. I could travel anywhere in the U.S. for $200 anywhere and back. You know, and so I used to travel a lot around. So it just really, I would get so nauseated. So just watching these space flights made me like almost nauseous. Also, I get seasick, and if I go to like one of these floating restaurants, I will be deathly ill. So I had to admire them for being hardy. It may have been a short flight, but it couldn't have been that easy on your body, all that pressure and stuff. But it looked like they were down for it, so I really enjoyed that. So, okay, you guys, and thank you to the follower who bought the HelloFresh. And if any of you would like to try it, I'm providing a link, and you can get $100 off, and then I could get $10 off my my box. So that's very exciting. I hope if any of you try it, you really like it. I really like it, or I wouldn't recommend it. And you guys have seen what I've made. But what I really like is now I can pattern my meals to get the exact amount of meat, of carb, of vegetables, and it's cheap, so that I like, because, you know, I'm saving my money, because down here on Earth, I think we're facing some inflation. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.